Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nicholas No H, and I'm back with another K-pop and P-pop boy group discovery video. This reaction, I'm going to have ATEEZ, Infinite, Horizon, Stray Kids, and then also ONEUS. And yeah, I'm going to try to keep the intro shorter. Like I said, I edit these and it takes a very long time for these ones in particular. So when I'm talking a lot, I'm like, okay, wrap it up. But yeah, if you haven't been here before, check out my playlist. I have a bunch of these with about 5 to 10 different groups that have been included so far, always rotating in and out. Yeah, it's always a fun time, and I kind of pick these at random. Sometimes it'll be a comeback, sometimes it's, you know, recent. Other times, like in this one, there's going to be some older songs that I never heard as well, so like Illusion from ATEEZ, Stray Kids, Elevator, have never heard that, and they're both older, like 4 to 5 years old, so very interested to see how their sound has evolved. So yeah, I think also ONEUS is having a comeback very soon, I think in a week or two, so I may do a separate video for that, like a standalone video. We'll see. Very much looking forward to that. I love them. They're such a fun group. So anyway, if you do like my channel and the content inside of it, please consider subscribing. It really does help. Helps let me know what is wanted on here, and I can try to get more of that for you guys. If not, I appreciate it nonetheless. Let's get to it. We're gonna start with ATEEZ as always. I always like putting them first. I don't know why, but this is gonna be Illusion, an older song. I want to see how it is, what the vibe is like, so let's get to it. For some reason, this doesn't feel like the intro of a song. It feels like it should be like 20 to 30 seconds inside of it. Oh. Once again, kind of like a wave, it has the more upbeat sounding ATEEZ, which I love when they go in that bag, because, you know, we know they do the more intense, darker sound, you know, the gritty kind of cyberpunk feel very well. So whenever they venture off into these areas, it's always an experience, and I love seeing them like that. Is that Hong Jung? Is that it? I don't know how to say his name, but he's like he has a very striking face. So I feel like whenever he's on screen, I'm just like, you know, he's a very like you're drawn to that type of, you know, presence, and just the whole look he has. So very cool. Those lyrics. Someone explain them, please. I mean, it looks like they're explorers, so I get the Columbus reference. Cool. Those dreamy synths in the back. Rap verse actually went more, the chorus went more upbeat and not upbeat but up tempo, and had a like a higher BPM than I thought they were going to. Like I thought it might like kind of slow down a bit. It goes in a little bit of a trap feel. There's like these big brass sounds that I think, you know, 4 or 5 years ago they were very popular in K-pop. So while that sound isn't really new to me, of course ATEEZ always kind of flips it on its head and adds their own flavor and their spices to something that, you know, could sound kind of samey with other groups or in other scenarios, but ATEEZ always does it different. I love the auto-tune. Damn. It manages to be soft and cute while also having that edge to it. But this pre-chorus might be my favorite part. They're killing that choreo. It's oddly intense, the choreo. You hear that? It sounds a little like warping, buzzy. Woo! Right here. It's gonna build very intensely. Oh. Actually, it kind of kept the same rhythm, and it didn't it wasn't like a grand finale type of feel, which for this song I think that actually works well. But the vocals. Look how happy they look. Wow. I was gonna say, it's not an ATEEZ video without the ending. Open your eyes. Oh, so was a wave after this? Because that looked like wave. Let me know. So I really like that. You know, for an ATEEZ song and my personal taste, obviously I lean towards a certain type of sound in K-pop. So songs like this, while, you know, done very well by ATEEZ for their catalog, it'll probably be somewhere in the middle for me. That being said, I love how, you know, delicate it sounded and fun, but also, you know, soft in moments and dreamy, like that pre-chorus. Man, that was my favorite part by far. But it also managed to, the chorus managed to pick up a bit, and the raps in there, some of the verses itself as well had this edge to it, which is the ATEEZ that everybody knows and, you know, comes to expect from them. So they were able to marry both styles very well, not going too far in either direction. It's just, you know, they made this song, and you kind of get a best of both worlds with this, with ATEEZ. And the music video itself was very fun. Like I said, it looks like they had the explorer on the ship, going to all these lands and tropical paradises and stuff. A lot of purples and blues, and you know, the color gradient of the video itself also lent itself very nicely to the song. The choreo looked very almost like intense for how not intense the song was. You know, in certain parts it was more heavier and has the edge to it, like I explained. But I've explained in past videos, I love when groups go with choreos that aren't what you think, or, you know, don't necessarily match the song, because it really catches you off guard, and it just makes it for a fun experience. So yeah, that managed to be fun, lighthearted, and still had the ATEEZ essence that I look for in all of their songs. So I really enjoyed that. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Infinite. Let's get to it. All right, the P-pop boys, I'm very excited to get back to them. 16 was a very fun song from them, and I really think the little I've heard and seen from them so far, they've already tackled very different genres, and they were able to convey each genre within those songs to the fullest ability. So that's what you want from groups. Like, if they're going to do different types of sounds and not really be established in one sound, then the sounds that they go into, they have to go full force into that. They have to embrace it fully, and I think they do that very well from what I've seen. And the vocals are their singing ability, very unique. A couple of the singers in the group were very unique to me, sounding to me, and caught my ear the first time I heard them. And by unique, I mean like in a good way. It's not like, oh, what is this? They have really nice sounding voices. So yeah, let's go see what Dash sounds like. Can't wait. It already looks a bit more dramatic and serious from what I've experienced with them in the past. So this could also be another different sounding sound from them. So let's go. Ooh. It has like a R&B-ish vibe in the beginning. They kind of look like vampires in a way. Or like the frilled. Ooh. Already got like the intense rap verse in the beginning. I love the way it's ramping up. I love how soft this gets. I can't sing as well, but so good. That piano gets a little loud there. I don't know what happened. I did not expect that chorus. Oh. Like DJ scratching, wow, this song's kind of all over the place, but I like that. Some other reactions or these, a lot of times I don't like a repeatable chorus. Like, you know, for every song it doesn't have to be super complex or anything like that, obviously. So, but for some reason, like something about like a chanting chorus of the same stuff, sometimes it's like I like how they delivered it here, especially in the latter half of the chorus. They really added a bit to that and kind of made it more unique sounding and gave it a bit of depth to it. But I did not expect that sound at all. It kind of got softer and smoother, but you know, you had the verses in the beginning with the raps, but I really like how the pre-chorus was extended a bit. That was a very, very long pre-chorus, and if I'm comparing it to K-pop or even other P-pop songs, a lot of pre-choruses are very short, and almost to a detriment. Like I want them to be extended more, and especially if it sounds good like that. I'm glad it extended to that point, and that kind of actually makes up for me not liking let me not say I don't like the chorus, but I think the pre-chorus is my favorite part of the song so far. So the fact that they have that is just so nice. Those keys jingling. Yeah, this pre-chorus. So they sped up this one, which is good. You don't want to keep it like, even though I complimented how long the first one was, you want this one to be a little bit different. Okay, they do switch it up a bit actually. Like the lyrics. dance break. Whoa. That high note. Love how gritty and edgy it is. Wow. I love that closing shot. That's beautiful. You know, there's a lot to like in that one. I mentioned my love for the pre-chorus already, but as the song progressed, I'm really seeing a different side from them that I haven't, or I wasn't exposed to. Obviously, if I started with this song, then I would have a different, like, I guess, image in my mind of how I think the group usually sounds, which obviously before that it was more kind of lighthearted, a little bit like cuter concept on that side more. But this shows that they're very versatile, like, once again, and able to do this. So you had the you know, the verse in the beginning goes up to the soft pre-chorus to a very intense, in-your-face chorus, and then as the song progresses even longer, you have another rap verse. You know, you really see that edge and that aggression being brought by the members, and then it ends. Or you have the ending part, but before the ending you have that dance break as well, very like EDM heavy, a lot of like beeps, and kind of reminiscent of like 10 even 15 years ago, the EDM music kind of going on back then. So I kind of like the throwback sound of that as well. Part of me wishes it did flow a little bit better, like it was a little bit jarring, some of those parts, but that didn't detract from the song or just my impression of them and just how talented they are, and you know, the high notes they're hitting, and they're just really talented is the best way I can. Every time I hear them, I'm like, wow, like this guy can rap. I didn't know that this guy can hit these notes. Didn't know that they can sing and dance and have this sort of style and that sort of style. So every time I hear Horizon, it's like, wow, I'm learning a new thing about them. Yeah, introduced me to a whole new side of them. As a song, it's really good. I think 16 still might be my favorite. Lovey Dovey though, that really good song. I would like that as well. Yeah, they just have a lot of good stuff. So anyway, we're gonna move on to Stray Kids Elevator. Let's get to it. Okay, Elevator by Stray Kids. 5 years ago, so this is quite a while ago. I've heard some of the recent songs that I really enjoyed. S-Class, Venom. I think, I don't know if I was able to upload that when, I think it was around the time it came out. Couple things got blocked, or from what I remember, but I also kind of attributed them to, or you know, parts of their discography to a lot of you know, music you're able to chant, like that type of feel. But I've also, you know, seen them do, you know, like Case 143 and I think Maniac. They showed like a very whimsical side, while it being fun, playful, but also serious in a way. Like they're able to combine these two worlds of their personalities, and the way it comes off, it's kind of like, you know, a painter just like splattering paint on canvas, and you're getting, you know, this side over here that might be all dark and more serious, while the other parts are more you know, bright colors, and they're just able to show the sides of them very well. And what I mentioned in the prior reaction was the most like consistent thing I attribute them to is actually their music videos. At least the I don't know about 5 years ago, but the last few years, they have a very distinct style that when I see the first 5-10 seconds, even if they use different directors or anything, like it's very obviously a Stray Kids video. But I like how, like, thematically they can go from one video to the next and leave their mark that way, even if the songs are completely different from the previous title tracks. So anyway, let's get to it. Stray Kids Elevator, let's go. Also, like, wait, from the title alone, I did not think it would just start off slow with these type of lyrics, kind of desperate sounding and like a plea, a cry for help sort of beginning here. But it's morphing a bit. His flow? You hear that? It's so different, the rapping and the singing. They look so young. Woo. I love how he like screams at it, kind of feels like it echoes in a way. Whew. The way they extended that note. Ooh. Creepy. 날 위한 속이는 걱정 하나 없이 차가운 말들 분홍토를 꿈은 좀 접어 포기란 말들이 내 길을 따라가며 절망감만 커져가 희망이란 하늘을 주변 사람의 손으로 가린다 나 살리기도 하며 버티고 있어 날 째려보는 짜가운 시선들이 실성하지 않은 말을 잘 들어봤자 누군가의 광대 너밖에 안 남은 너가 수라는 지금은 지워져 그 말을 들으며 약해져만 가는 내 자신을 놓쳐 They're like spitting these lyrics. Like, they're arguing if I'm crazy or not. I'll be somebody's clown even if I make it through. They're really like bearing their heart. And the style of rapping actually kind of reminds me of like the trend of maybe like since Eminem in the late 90s, early 2000s. People really pouring their heart out on rap songs, even if it's a more intense song. Actually, in recent times, more so, you know, since Drake and some other artists, you have the more heartfelt lyrics on slower songs and R&B type of beats and stuff like that. But there was a very brief period in time where you were writing these intense lyrics to songs that were just like hard-hitting, in your face, even if it was dramatic and still had like a tinge of sadness to it. It was like a very specific style, and I really picked that up on this song. It's with their verses. 나 살리기도 하며 버티고 있어 날 째려보는 짜가운 시선들이 실성하지 않은 말을 잘 들어봤자 누군가의 광대 너밖에 안 남은 너가 수라는 지금은 지워져 그 말을 들으며 약해져만 가는 내 자신을 놓쳐 저렇지 어둠 터널 갖고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려워 You hear the background? It feels very expansive and it's like spreading. Ooh. And this like EDM heavy chorus, very reminiscent of the time of this came out, but it works well on this. I love the urgency of how they're singing the elevator parts. It feels like it's coming from like deep within them. Now Felix? 이것을 run away I'm on the elevator 난 올라갈게 어두웠던 내 과거 탈출해 내 깜깜했던 앞길을 비춰 미쳐버릴 때 지겨운 시간 잊혀져 버릴 때 이 길을 뛰어 외면하던 새로운 시작의 종소리가 울리며 나는 올라탔지 내 손을 작은 펜트하우스로 데려다줄 my elevator Look at them running. Like freedom. Wow. Amazing. During the end there, you kind of had the flower field, them escaping that entrapment they were in with the dark reds and the it just felt very suffocating in a way, and you heard the pleading and the stuff that they had to deal with, the criticisms and the doubt, all the stuff they were rapping about. And yeah, honestly, it was a song that going in, I thought it would be I didn't think the lyrics would go to those depths and touch on some very serious thoughts and topics and feelings that people, you know, feel, especially idols and singers and stuff like that. But the chorus kind of went kind of how I thought the entire song would sound. But even then, there was a desperateness and a plead for help type of feel throughout the whole song, which made it like oddly emotional and really put a spin on what could have easily just been, you know, something that was more hype. And yeah, it was just like the only word that comes to mind right now is like surprising, but a good surprise. Obviously it had a lot of those electronic sounds that was very popular around like 2000, I think 18, 19, 17. Yeah, that really like resonated with me. The entire feel of it, lyrics to the sound itself. Yeah, I'm very impressed by that. I like that a lot. Anyway, that was great. We're gonna move on to ONEUS. Let's go. All right, this is ONEUS Luna. Actually been, I think, requested for quite a long time. I don't know why, like I would always ignore the Luna requests for some reason. For how many people, you know, wrote that I should check it out. I'm sure that it is amazing. I think I was also told to check out the intro to that was released around this time, like before Luna. I'm kind of pressed for time tonight, but I'm going to check it out on my own time after this. Yeah, I'm gonna get the full experience. But yeah, they're just such a great group. Yeah, I love how they're able to combine their own sound with a lot of traditional sounding songs. Also just, you know, mix genres seamlessly. They do it so often and have so much packed into one song that you don't really notice it until afterwards. You're like, wow, I got a lot of different experiences out of this. Credit to the producers and to them as well for how they pull it off, and you don't really notice until after if you really think about it. And like, wow, like they do a lot of impressive stuff. So can't wait for their next song coming out very soon. I think a couple weeks from now. Should be fun. So anyway, let's get to Luna. Let's go. Wow. Already with like the, I don't want to butcher whatever it is, but like traditional sounding string. I love how his voice sounds, the soft, higher toned singing. Oh, wow, these melodies or rhythms. I love how it's building. You hear that? Heavy drums. Very like synth wave, like synth, I'm not gonna talk there, like synth wavy vibes, kind of like Knight Rider. Fits the ONEUS thing of like, yeah, expecting unexpected. It fits, like when I think about it. What the hell? Sorry, I took off the lyrics back at it.
터져 널 찾아오매 불망인데 홀린 네 밤을 새 헤매인도 그리워지는 너의 뒷모습 듣지 못한 우리 이야기 들린다면 다시 한번 말할 수 있을 텐데 시간 따라 흘러가리라.
Yo, their vocals in this, I love. It's giving me chills. It's so soft and delicate, yet behind that there's like a power to it. And you, speaking of power, you hear the drums starting to ramp up here. Yo, I love how they switched it up there, the pausing and. Oh, I messed it up. Intense dance break. How they flip that pause again. Oh. That instrumental. That breathing. I love the I don't like. I always refer to it as like traditional sounds or traditional singing because I don't want to mess it up and butcher any instrument or technique that I don't know anything about. But I love that part. You don't hear that in K-pop. That's sort of high note. I love the fan choreo as well. Wow. Damn, that gave me chills. Very strong offering from all my reactions today. That one might have been my favorite, to be honest. I really like that. The traditional sounds mixed with the synth-heavy chorus. The dance break almost felt like you're going to war. Throughout the song, it switched up a bit. The second chorus, going into the second chorus, there's a lot more pausing, a lot more intenseness in a way as well. But the way they balanced some of the raps and then a lot of the verses themselves, and the way it was written and delivered, hit you in such a way that it felt very profound. And then the marriage of the synth sound and the traditional sounds, especially during the ending part of that, and then you have the almost crying out in the background, and it all just comes together in such a nice way, you know, mixed with the visuals. I love the different sets and the colors that they used, and you know, it's very simple, nothing. Some CGI shots. I know obviously they don't have the budget of a lot of these groups, but they make it work and they deliver it in such a way that it just goes with who they are as a group, and the way they are able to deliver it to the fans and to us. Very talented group that deserves more love. A lot of these groups just deserve so much more than they get, but really impressed by that. I like that a lot. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this entire video. If you made it this far, thank you. Leave any comments. I love interacting with you guys and reading stuff, and yeah, like I said, please subscribe if you enjoyed it. If not, it's all good. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.